y'all, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for even getting to this point, because I know I kind of left y'all on a cliffhanger in the last video. So I just wanted to give a little more information on why Houston owes me everything, like everything. Let me first start off by saying the trip wasn't like a whole disaster, right? It was just kind of bits and pieces of it that could have been better. Could have been better. And unfortunately, I'm the type of person, I'm holding on to it. I'm not letting it go for a little bit. So I'm harboring over like what happened instead of just letting stuff go. So it kind of like became a snowball effect, and it just became kind of bigger than what it was. So starting from the beginning, like before we even went on the trip, I had like 3 different Airbnbs in all. Like literally, somebody tried to scam me, which I messaged her. I said, bruh, I'm from Atlanta, you can't scam me. So I canceled that one. Found another one, had to cancel that one, and then we ended up at this Airbnb that I had. Now, mind y'all, the Airbnb that we stayed at, like, literally, it had no reviews. But the person had other Airbnbs that they, had around the Houston area, so they had reviews for that one, just not this one. Cool, whatever. So I'm like, at this point, I'm not looking for another Airbnb. We sticking with this one. So I get the rental car, get to the Airbnb, whatever. I'm setting up because I'm the first one there. I made like little boxes, like PR boxes for all of my guests. Super cute, had like matching outfits, but like in different colors and different styles. Just some essentials for Houston, and electric fan. What else? Advil, like just stuff like that to help them get through the trip. So my plan for this trip, lit. Like I was trying to be lit. I haven't had like a lit vacation in so long. So like I had my boyfriend there, had my best friend / cousin there. I had 2 of my really close friends. So I was ready to turn up, and we was meeting my friend who lives in Houston down there. So like I'm ready, I'm on go. So get there, and I kind of noticed it was like gnats, but I know like when this water sitting or something, you have gnats. So I'm kind of doing this throughout, the day before people get there. Go pick up my cousin, get back to the Airbnb. Then my friend Jessica came, and we all, if you look at the video, you see some of us doing this. Gnats everywhere, y'all. In the closet, it's like you put your clothes down and you move your clothes, gnats just gone infested. So I messaged the guy, I'm like, hey, there's gnats everywhere. Like, what's tea? Is there something that we can put? And I'm super polite because I'm in somebody's home. So I ain't gonna trip. I'm not gonna be on 100. I'm gonna be very polite about it. But I'm gonna be very matter of fact. So I'm like, hey, can you, is there something that we can put down? He was like, okay, I'll bring something by. Cool. So by that time, we're lit. We're not even worried about it. Next day, mind you, he messaged me back the following day. He didn't message me back as soon as I sent it. It was like the following day that he messaged me. Cool. So later that afternoon, the next day, we're like taking showers. And we kind of noticed the hot water isn't working. Like it's warm, but it's not like hot. So I messaged him. Again, I said, I'm sorry to bother you again, but there is no hot water. He was like, "Thank you for bringing it to my attention. I'll take care of it." I don't know what that means, but he's gonna take care of it. Now, if that water was super duper cold, we would have had to fight about it, but it was manageable. So cool. I booked an excursion for everybody, right? It was this little drunken bike thing that you pedal throughout the city, drinking or whatever. But it was black owned, and it was like built like one of those Texas cars, like tipping on fofos. Yeah, like tipping on fofos, wrapped in fofos, tipping on fofos, wrapped in fofos, tipping on fofos, wrapped in fofos, tipping fofos, one of them. So I thought it was cute. Get there. They're like, "Oh, we have no reservation for you. Y'all can't fit on here." Excuse me? I spent almost $250 for the number of tickets. Like, what do you mean? Instantly, I'm heated. Because that was the only excursion we had, and I really like excursions. So, that was the only excursion that we had. So, of course, like, my boyfriend, he'd be like, "Don't worry about it, it's cool." And I'm like, on 10. "No, but why did I?" And he's like, "Damn, it's fine. We'll find something else. Don't worry about it." So this was the beginning of my, like, I'm shutting down. Nothing is working. And I kind of felt like at the moment, like, nobody gave a fuck that my feelings was hurt about this, right? Again, I understand looking back, it's kind of childish, but it was my birthday. I put a lot of thought into this trip. I put a lot of money into this trip. And I just wanted to go where I want everybody to have fun, and I wanted to do the things like I wanted to do in Houston. So cool. We ended up just going out. We ended up going to cruise, and we had a good time. Like, I finally was like, "Oh, we're lit. Time to turn up." At the beginning, it was so funny because I was just talking to my boyfriend on the phone, and he was like, "Yeah, at the beginning, you was like, I could tell your attitude was horrible, but after all, at the end, you know, you kind of start coming around, and you look like you was having a good time." I'm like, "Damn, like, I didn't know it was that noticeable." Like, and also, everywhere I go, like, whenever I'm around a group of people, it kind of feels like the vibe of everybody around me is based on me. And that can sometimes be a good thing, but also a bad thing, because it's like, damn, why do I have so much control over the environment? Like, sometimes I want to feel the way I feel, and people still do their own thing, and I'll come out of it. You know, like, just, y'all keep going. I'm coming, but just give me a minute. Might be a Gemini thing, might just be a me thing. I don't know. But, yeah, so that night was cool. The following day was Sunday. So Sunday was like the main day I was looking forward to, because y'all know Texas is Sunday fun day, right? Sunday fun day is like top notch. You wake up, go to brunch, go to a day party, then you go to the club. You know, like, that's what Texas is about. So that's what I was looking forward to all weekend with Sunday. So weeks prior to us going out to Houston, I had booked a section at this spot or whatever. So that day we woke up. What did we do about eating? I don't even remember, to be honest, about the brunch part. I know we went to Chapman and Kirby's, which I love. Next time I go back, that's gonna be the spot. Like, I get a section at and all that. Because if you don't have no section, first of all, about me, period, if I don't have no section or a table or something, I'm not standing up. I'm not, like, that's just not my vibe. I gotta have somewhere to sit, baby. I'm in my 30s. Like, I gotta sit down. So, yeah, Chapman and Kirby is going to be, like, where I'm going to go next time. Make sure I get a section and all that. Ran into my friend Courtney. I didn't even know she was in town. She was there with her best friend. So, I was excited to see her. But, yeah, so we left Chapman and Kirby's. Went to camp. to meet my cousin's boo and his family. They had a table there, so we went by there, and it wasn't really lit. I could tell, like, camp is more of day party type thing. Maybe even brunch, because the time we went, it wasn't, like, lit. But if you see, like, on Instagram and stuff, it'd be lit as heck. But at the time we went, it wasn't. So I was like, okay, maybe it's, like, just earlier in the day. And we was there kind of in the evening. So, boom. Now, we left there, right? And I already kind of felt some type of way because, like, nobody was lit. I'm like, damn, is it me? Like, is it me? Because nobody was turned up. And I'm like, it's my birthday. Everybody should be, like, chugging tequila. And, like, you know, so that's why I was excited to go out that night. Because I was like, okay, I know for a fact it's not to be lit. Like, we got our section. I know we're going to get bottles. And we going to have a good fucking time. So, I was like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Let's go ahead over to the next spot. So, get ready to go to the next spot. It's about 10 o'clock. It's about 10 o'clock, but we get over there. We get in line. And first red flag was security. While we was getting in line getting checked, security told my boyfriend, oh, you got on shorts. You got to send me $20. And at this point, he didn't tell me because nobody said nothing to me because I was the first one to walk in. He was behind me and everybody else was behind him. So they heard what was happening, but I feel like they didn't say nothing to me because I was already like feeling some type of way. But when he told me when we got inside, I was like, I'm going to go get your money back. Like, did she really just try to get $20 out of you? Be for real. For wearing shorts in Houston and it's 98 degrees outside, what else you supposed to have on? Mind y'all, the spot is like how can I compare it to an Atlanta spot? I don't know. But the type of spot it was, like on the inside, it looked like a sports bar. On the outside, it looked like a club. So the club was on the patio. That's why we got the section and all that, right? So we walk in. There's nobody in there. Nobody. Mind y'all know I don't go to clubs, anything like that. But Houston, they start partying like 11:30, 12 o'clock. Baby, it's time for me to go home about that time. So we get in. I guess the main promoter girl. So we're looking at, you know, the table. So when I booked the section, the girl was like, oh, there's no assigned section. You know, just when you get there, whatever is available. So we walk in, and my boyfriend's like, okay, we want to sit right there. And the girl was like, nah, you can't have that one, but you can have this one. She was like, but why? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the problem? So she was like, oh, this section is good too. Like, y'all gonna be lit. This section is good. So we was like, whatever. Sit down. We get a hookah. Mind you, the DJ ain't even in there yet. Y'all, we were lames. lames. Like, we're in there early as heck. But we was already out. And if I went home, if I went to that Airbnb, baby went over with. So we in there about a good 20 minutes. So the girl who I booked the section with, mind y'all, she found me on Instagram through TikTok. So she had, everybody was like, hey, I see your birthday coming up, you need a section, so I booked it through her. So she came, she was like, hey, you know, like, saying hey to me or whatever. She was real cool, real sweet girl. And she was like, so what bottles y'all want, blah, blah, blah. But she was explaining to me, well, the bottles that we do have, like, for this certain price is Blanco. We don't drink Blanco. So, you know, we kind of had to up the price. So, whatever. So, go to pay for the bottles. Mind y'all, the whole weekend, like, my card is getting restricted. Like, it didn't matter how many times I talked to them, they were restricted right after they let a payment go through. So, it kept doing that. So, eventually, I had to just tell my cousin, hey, can I send you this money and you pay for it on your card? Because it keep restricting my card. Whatever. So, after that, I go back back to the patio, and I see, you know, it's 2 hookahs. It started. The DJ is there. It started. People started coming in, whatever. And while I was out there paying for the bottles, you know, I was taking shots or whatever. And when I came back, you know, I was kind of lit. So I come back and I see it's like 3 girls in our section, like these 3 Hispanic chicks. Y'all, listen, I doubt they see this. But in the future, if y'all see this, I'm so sorry for what I said and how I said. I didn't mean like that. I was just intoxicated. I was like, who are they? Because at that point, I went through a lot to get over here. Like, who are y'all? So everybody's like, Christina invited him. I'm like, this drunk heifer, like, what is she doing inviting these random people? The couch ain't nothing that big. So they was like, do we need to scoot up? I'm like, yes, you do. Get out. But whatever. So, y'all, so we vibing to the music. Me and my cousin standing up, and we see somebody run in front of us. It was like a worker. We're immediately like, what was that? What they running for? I'm on alert at this point. I'm on alert because I'm like, why on earth is somebody running this club? And they went by, so the run was kind of like, y'all know how if you somewhere and you don't, let's say, this might be so ghetto, but let's say you're in a discount mall or something, and the folks is there to see if you selling illegal stuff and if you got your paperwork, and everybody just started running everywhere. That's what kind of run that was. Like, they just... So I was like, oh, dang, a bartender must not got their license, and the people, you know, coming to check or whatever. So then a second person went to run. And they're running, like, towards the hookah area. So we're like, no, for real, what is going on? This a little, and at this time, y'all, it's about 10:45. It's about 10:45. Next thing you know, y'all, you see security with flashlights. Everybody get out. They turn the lights on, music off. Everybody get out. Excuse me? Excuse me, and if you look at the last video, I started laughing. I can't do that for laugh. I can't do that for laugh right now. Because I'm like, there's no way this is happening right now. There's no way this is happening. So they're like, everybody get out. Everybody get out. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, you talking about like get out the club like y'all shutting the club down? Everybody gotta go. Everybody go. Everybody gotta go. Put your drinks down. Put your this. Put your that. So I'm literally laughing to keep from crying. We're walking out the door, and I'm like, no, I need my money back. Because we just spent $650 on bottles, on 2 bottles. The section was $200. The hookahs, we had 2 hookahs. Y'all already know what goes down with the hookah prices at certain times. So I'm like, no, I need my money. And at this time, like, it's about to be another side that come out of me. Because it's already built up from things that was going on throughout the show. So at this point, I'm ready for war. So we outside. And I'm like, I need my money. I'm telling the security, I need a refund. So most of the security guards was like, we can't do nothing for you. You gotta go. But it was one security guard who had some sense. He had a little cowboy hat on. And he was like, stand right here. I'll let y'all go in a minute to get a refund. So they let us 3 people go in. I go inside to where like the sports bar part is. And the bottle girl was like, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on. Like, they ain't even told us nothing. Like, let me get you your refund. So she was like, here's the paperwork. Here's the refund, you know, where it says I ended the sale, refund, and I'm going to send you your money back that you sent me for the section. So I sent the money for the section through sale like weeks ago. So that was already, she could send that right back to me. We had to, of course, wait on the other money. So then the hookahs were through a third party. So we all up to him. He like, well, how much you spend on your hookah? So we told him. I didn't realize, because I was a little lit, so I didn't realize that day he was sending like requests through his Cash App from my Cash App. So all the people was asking for a refund. He was just like, okay, you this much, and they were requested to sell. But to this day, still ain't paid it. Still ain't paid it. So whatever. So we get the refund or whatever. And at this point, like, I'm livid. Like, I'm livid, but I'm laughing because I'm like, there's no way. But when we was inside, y'all, was cops everywhere. Cops living everywhere. So as we're standing outside, you can hear in the video, somebody, it was either my friend or my boyfriend said, it's because them 6 people got shot last night. Girl, y'all, we go on Google. We seen 6 people got shot at that club at like 2:30 in the morning of that day. So like they was out partying last night and it became morning time and 6 people got shot. So you're telling me y'all opened the club, y'all knew y'all weren't supposed to open the club back up, but opened the club up anyway and had to close it down after you got all these folks' money. And everybody wasn't smart enough to get a refund before they left. But I was gonna get my money back because ain't no way. Ain't no way. So when I said I wanted a refund on everything, I even asked the parking attendant, where's my money? Where's the money? Because I will say, like, shout out to my boyfriend because he really was like, you know, left and right. And I was trying to get every nickel and dime that I can get back for him. I was like parking, like everything. I'm like, where's that money? He was like, unfortunately, we can't, man, whatever. So we head out. Didn't even go nowhere else because at that time I was blown. Get back to the Airbnb. Everybody else stayed down to drink and play games. I went upstairs. Baby, it's a wrap for me. It's a wrap for me. When I say nothing was going my way, and I was looking so forward to this trip, like, the highlight was having all my friends there. Like, everybody that I'm close with was there at one time, and everybody got to meet each other and be around each other. But other than that, we could do that back in the day. We could have did that back in the day. I do have a regret of like I didn't have to stay in that like I could have bounced back, but like my feelings were really hurt. But I do regret being that way because it was my trip. The only thing I will say, I love my friends, but I will say, like, if it was their birthday and a lot of things weren't going their way and they was feeling sad, like, I would make sure, like, girl, come downstairs. Girl, come do this. Pour liquor down your face or whatever just to get you back in a good mood. I feel like that's what your friends supposed to be, but I don't know. Maybe they just couldn't read the room. They couldn't, like, I don't know what it was, but it wasn't like that. So I hate that. But so of course I got home the next day and I'm going back with Airbnb because I'm like, no, you gotta give me some money or something because gnats infested and no hot water. So of course he denied it. Like, no, baby, receipts. Me, I'ma always have a receipt. Always have a receipt. So I'm like, this is the day I asked you for the repellent. You said you was gonna come, you never came. I said, here's a couple of pictures. Of course, you can't take too many pictures of gnats because as soon as you come up with them, they fly. But so Airbnb, when he denied my request, Airbnb reached out. It was like, well, do you have any photos of the gnats? And do you have photos of the hot water? I'm going to have photos of no hot water. I said, I can send you photos of me telling him, like screenshots of me telling him there is no hot water. But baby, what you want to do about that? So it was like a back and forth thing for a few days. I ended up getting like a partial refund, which was fine. But he really tried it because he was like, "Oh, I know nothing about this." So I give it good old review, good old review. But I was very like, I loved the place. It was beautiful. You know, it was close to everything that you would go to if you was in Houston in my age or whatever, my demographic. It was in the ghetto, but it was close to everything. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful home. Lots of space. But baby, gnats and no hot water. And y'all know what he tried to tell me about the hot water? He talks about when it's a lot of people taking showers at the same time, the water go out. Where? Where they do that at? And if they do, your accommodation shouldn't be up to 10 people. Because on your site, it says up to 10 people. But your home cannot accommodate that. Because there won't be no hot water. So, babe, you need to switch that up. But, of course, I'm going to go back and forth with you till I get what I want. So, I really feel like he tried it. Because you knew it wasn't no hot water. You knew that. You know how your home runs. And then he tried to say, oh, you left trash. Baby, I don't even live like that. Like, I don't play about trash. Ain't nobody leave no trash. He talks about whatever. There was a bag of trash, so it attracts gnats. No, honey. If you go back to that message, you will see the same day we got there, maybe 4 hours after we checked in, that I messaged you about gnats. So how we get that much trash that it's gonna cause that? No. And then y'all, he gonna say, well, I accommodated you by checking in early and checking out late. What they gotta do with the gnats? But that's neither here nor there. But we got that squared away. I ended up getting most of my money back. Well, we got everything back from the club. I just didn't get the refunds for the hookahs, and stuff like that. But overall, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I have nothing else to say about it. Did have great moments of my trip. I did have a good time. As far as like some of the places we went out to, I was happy to see everybody. I was happy that everybody even sacrificed to come out with me. Fly out and just make sacrifices, leave their job, you know, stuff like that. So kids. So I was very blessed in that. I was so happy that they finally got to meet my boyfriend for the first time after hearing about him for so long. And seeing just how everybody, you know, just meshes together. Everybody meshed very well together. I got my first piece of permanent jewelry that I've been talking about forever. This was my favorite part of the trip, but you can't really see it. This one right here. And I think every state we go to, I would love to get like a piece of permanent. So it could be like, instead of postcards and like little magnets that you get from your refrigerator, I'm just gonna get jewelry. But yeah, so that was my trip. I know a lot of y'all been looking on my Instagram like, what the heck happened? Or you can look at last video. But yes, that's what happened. I would go back to Houston under different circumstances. I think I would be more go with the flow instead of pre-planning. But I'm very type A, so I like to know what I'm doing, stick to the plan, stick to like what we said we were gonna do. But I'm just next time just gonna be like, you just gonna go with the flow. But thank you for hearing about my, I won't say disastrous of a trip, but my 5 stars out of 10. And see you next time.